When we have a focus, our brain tunes out the unnecessary elements, the distractions, the things that are going to keep us from achieving our goal. And this is what you want. You want that narrow minded focus so that you stay the course. So, why do you want what you want? Get clear about that. Said another way, what will your life become if this goal does not happen? How will you be worse off or how will you suffer? These are some big, deep questions to answer. But if you can know how your life is going to be worse, or even if it's going to stay the same, are you really okay with that? Like, know this for yourself because this is going to drive you forward. And what are you willing to pay for the goal, the outcome, the result that you are seeking? What investment are you willing to make? This is the action that you are willing to take, the time you're willing to trade, the focus you're willing to build in order to see this goal become a reality in your life. The things that we want take effort to create and maintain as well. One way that you know that you're really committed to your goal, that your desire and your motivation for having it are really locked in, are really secure, and are going to be the solid reason why this matters in your life. One way that you know that you're on the right path for achieving this goal is to acknowledge with brutal honesty, like get seriously honest with yourself, what you are willing to give in exchange for your goal. Are you willing and able to go the distance, to sacrifice, to put in the effort, to do what you need to do, to not give up, to persevere when things get hard, which they will, because there's just a natural progression in life where things will become challenging, things you will have to overcome, the hill you will have to climb, the mountain you will have to surpass, at least one, if not multiple, because this is a part of you proving your commitment. This is a part of you becoming the person who is strong enough and capable of and all the things to do what it is that you set out to do. And that you are indeed ready and willing to accept the costs, to take it on, to become the person in possession of what you seek. Using my own journey here on the Rebounder to lose 100 pounds of weight, I established a strong reason why this mattered to me and why it mattered to me more now than ever before. I started envisioning my life in 5, 10, even 15 years out. And if I grew older while still carrying this weight, what would my life be like? And I didn't like paint all roses and daisies and make it sound wonderful. No, I got really serious and very aggressive with my imaginings. And if the weight continued even to potentially go up, because it's gone up over the last 10 years, why would it not continue to go up over the next 10 years? So I made myself think about that. And if the weight was causing health challenges that could have easily been avoided had I not been carrying the weight, I made myself feel that pressure, imagine that guilt and that shame. And when I imagined all of those circumstances coming true as a result of not being able to create the change right now at this time in history, then I knew that this was my time to do something. I felt it. I did not want to feel how I imagined. Instead, I wanted to feel better and stronger, say going into my 50s than I did coming into my 40s. And even though starting out, I did not know what to do because honestly, I had tried so many things over the last, like all of my 30s, so many different things to try and to release the weight. Because I didn't start out at this weight. I gained all of this weight over time. And yes, it did start because of a hormonal imbalance caused by bad birth control. However, there has to get to a point when I stop blaming it all on that. I have to figure it out. I have to learn what my body needs to heal. But the change now became I am going to go all in because there is no other option. So I made it a this or that scenario, which I often tend to avoid those, but sometimes you need a this or that to get you into action. So saying it this way is this is either I stay where I'm at or that I continue to work day by day and figure it out. I stay where I am and continue to get worse, or I figure it out day by day and improve. I made it a this or that scenario. And that opened myself up to releasing the weight, to getting patient about my commitment, to going all in because I only gave myself those two options to choose from. Does it make sense? Like, let that be a motivating factor that helps you to make your own decision. Now, take a look at my journey. Starting out, I began with a new workout, rebounding, and that proved to be much harder than expected. And that's often the case for a lot of people. And in my case, my calves and my feet were protesting. But I figured out like maneuvers and ways to work around it, but I couldn't ever seem to increase my amount of time and my stamina because my feet and my calves were hurting. And the answer just didn't come easily. I was well into my sixth week of working out daily, feeling this until I figured out why it was such a struggle for me. How many people would have given up in that 6 week time frame? A lot. Also, by week 6, I had gained 10 pounds. Well, that's going in the opposite direction of what I wanted. So here I am, still struggling to increase my amount of time, still struggling to increase my effort, feeling heavier, feeling more bloated. I was exhausted after doing certain activities because of this extra 10 pounds I was carrying around all day long. I was really past my tipping point in my body. I was at an all time high I had never realized and expected to ever get to. All these things that were challenging my goal. And imagine how many people would give up now and say, it's just better to go back to where I was because I didn't have the pain. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't carrying this extra weight. I wasn't having any struggles. Like, let's just go back to where I was. I could have done that. And there was a past version of me that surely would have. I would have cited all the evidence for why this wasn't working and how I needed to go back to what was more familiar. But this version of me, who I am now, knows that I got to stay the course, knows that I went all in on saying, I've got to figure this out, knows that I took no and quitting off of the table because I will not give up. I'm going to figure this out. And that's what I had to stay committed to do. That was the obstacle. That was the challenge I had to overcome. Do you see that? All of this happened to solidify my commitment. It's so good for you to be able to take the challenges that come up in your life and flip them around and see what is in this, what is to my value, to my benefit, to learn from, to grow from because of this challenge. So, fast forward another 5 weeks. That's where I am now in week 11 of my journey. And I have resolved issue one because I have finally bounced without feeling uncomfortable pain in my calves and my feet. I have a rebounder that fits my body better and works for me better. I can do longer sessions and my stamina is increased so I can move better and I recover so much faster. This is also super wonderful. And I'm more excited to announce that I have also fully released all of those 10 extra pounds. So I'm back to my starting weight. But here's the thing, I'm back to my starting weight, yes, but with more muscle, more strength, more stamina, more skill, and just more commitment. I'm just so excited about that because I also have a better relationship with my body, a better understanding of what it's going to take, me being a scientist, me being patient, me releasing the expectations, and me staying the course. I know all of these things now. And I also have this a beautiful, abundant, blessed community here on YouTube cheering me on and joining me in the rebounding journey. So I thank you for being here. All of these things are such blessings, and none of them existed 11 weeks ago, nor would they have existed had I not attached to my motivating reason, known deep down why I was all in committed, willing to stay the course, being willing to give it my all. And now that I am here reflecting with so much gratitude for all that has happened, I feel a deep desire to deepen my commitment. Yes, to deepen my commitment, to go in even more. I'm still all in for gentle bouncing, but I do feel that my personal workouts can increase in momentum. Maybe that's going to look like for me doing twice a day instead of just once a day. Maybe it's going to look like a longer session all at once. I don't quite know yet. It is time for me in the next 90 days to challenge myself a little bit more, to find out what I am capable of on the rebounder. I'll also share that I have started a rebounding certification program to solidify the basics of teaching rebounding. How cool is that? And I'm studying new moves and why they impact the body the way they do. And the teacher side of me, because I am a teacher at heart, that side of my personality is so thrilled to be learning and sharing these new things with you here on these videos. And it seems based on your views and your watch time that you're also liking the benefits, like learning about the benefits of rebounding and the various positions and how it helps to impact your body. So be sure to jump in the comments and let me know what it is you like to listen to, what kind of videos you want me creating. I'd love to hear from you, respond to you, and possibly create my next video about what it is that you want to hear on. So, with renewed commitment on my side, I encourage you to do the same. And if you need any help setting your goal or focusing your thoughts on how to hold on to your goal to go all in, be sure to get a copy of my ebook I made for you. It's my gift to you. There's no charge for it. The link is in the description. And as you go through it, don't just read it, answer the questions. This is the taking the action kind of guide that's going to help you develop your goals and improve your results. Happy bouncing